That's loading. Oh, what is up, everybody? Another episode of Chairgatin brought to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Dakota Drake 4 is in the house. Rattlesnake is MIA. He's got a little hiatus back in Austin, so he's MIA for the show. So I got my boy Victor Kress here. You might know him from Twitter of being a savage. Say what's up, Victor.
What's up? What's up? Yeah, looks like Rattlesnake's got the Bubba Wallace plan this week. So,
woo! Dude, we should go with that. He's been hanging out with Bubba too long, so he's missing the show. Oh, but dude, I mean, I guess you're a Bubba fan. I was gonna say a notorious Kyle Busch fan.
I am a Kyle Busch fan.
Already repping the RCR, I see.
But I love pissing people off. So I got to go with the two greatest intimidators of all time this week.
Boy. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Damn, dude. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up. Fucking intro. I'm already fucking it. There it is. I've already screwed up. I should already had this up. My computer's lagging. What, baby? Oh, there is a B? All right, well, let's go ahead and get this show started as it's pulling up now. Sorry, Victor, I'm ruining it. Matt's going to be like, dude, you idiot. All right, for real, though, we're going to start the damn show.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Oh, that never gets old.
Never. Not once.
Oh, damn it, boy. Oh, I got comments popping off? Dude, you idiot. I didn't even think you'd watch. I literally was talking to Victor about starting the show, and I was like, yeah, we're going to do an intro, all this and that. And then I was like, oh, let's start the show. And I was like, oh, fuck, I never pulled the intro up. And then I went to pull it up, and you had 15 fucking videos to scroll through. And I was like, oh, there it is. It's okay, Matt. No one's watching. Oh, but dude. Bubba should trade his McDonald's fire suit for McDonald's for sure. The comments are already getting heated, dude. Oh, we just got back from Vegas. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, because if we finally felt like we had a normal race weekend, a little bit, but I mean, dude, it was good. How'd you like the race, Victor?
I thought it was even better than the first Vegas race, honestly. I thought the racing was very, very good, as it has been on all mile and a halves this year, actually, with this car. And then, you know, Bubba threw a little spice and everything nice in there. And he just intimidated Larson. And oof.
Dude, that's what I was saying.
Larson needs to get in the gym, man.
Ooh, that's what I was saying. I was like, I think Bubba single-handedly was trying to save the playoffs. The playoffs, I mean, we've said it all here. The playoffs have been pretty much miserable and dreadful so far.
Hell, I vehemently disagree with that statement.
But, dude, I love the playoffs, but I have been so pissed off the last 6 weeks. And this was so refreshing. I felt like this was the first like normal race we had. I guess Kansas, but Kansas didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, it didn't deliver like Vegas did for sure.
So Vegas, this race had it all, man. We had playoff battles, comers and goers, guys you thought were out got in, guys that you thought were freaking gonna finish good, did not. And then Bubba single-handedly just tried to like take all the headlines away and throw a haymaker. I mean, it was pretty crazy. And then we got a lot of news to break down in this episode too, of like all the drama that's happened since Tuesday. How the fuck Kyle Busch comes back for third, I did not know. Because when he spun, I was like, dude, oh well, that sucks. Like, there goes Kyle Busch's day. And then he comes back, he's like fourth or fifth, what up there?
Third.
And then they pit and the wheel comes off. And I'm like, dude, he came back from the spin and everything. It sucks. It's over. And then with like 3 to go, he was like fourth, passing for third. And I was like, dude, he just won't die.
So that's kind of how I feel. Like, honestly, he was second in points. And then I think that's when Gibbs told him that he wasn't coming to the 18 car. And he just literally stopped carrying an iota until like all of a sudden 2 weeks ago, he's like, oh shit, maybe I need to get my stuff together.
Let me get every ounce out of this Toyota while I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, it was a good race, man. Joey ran up there. Takes the dub. I automatic pass to the Final Four. Rattlesnake's been calling it since the start of playoffs. That's his champ pick, and I'm starting to agree with him. I think the 22
Yeah.
is poisoned himself to go to Phoenix and just drop the hammer.
Anybody with chicken shit. Let's keep it 100 right now.
And that is something we will agree on. Dude, who had the poll? Reddick?
Yeah.
Who won the
Red
first
Dog.
stage? Oh, yeah. Bubba won the first stage, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Bubba went up there. Toyotas looked fast from the rip. Fords were fast. Chevys were fast. But it seemed like Fords were racing well, but Toyotas had, like, top speed. Bubba's showing out. I was like, dude, if Bubba gets 2 playoff wins after not making it, I was like, that's going to be kind of big.
I think Chevy had the short run speed, because if you notice, Reddick, he'd fly up through there, and then about 30 laps into a run, he was tanking.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
the Toyotas were kind of the opposite almost. Like, they would come up towards the end of the run.
Yeah, I noticed
Fords,
Denny Hamlin had real good long run speed because he was always catching people after he had shitty, terrible restarts.
And I think the Fords, they kind of just had consistency the whole race.
Yeah. Fords looked real fast. Joey especially, but I mean, the 4 car was up there for a bit. He kind of got screwed over. The 12 car was fast before he screwed himself. I think the 2 showed a lot of speed, but Cindric gonna Cindric. I don't know, man. There was a lot. I mean,
I'm not a Cindric fan.
How is Briscoe running like dog shit and then scrapping out these top 5s at the end of the day?
He must be the modern day Jimmy Johnson. I don't know. Like, that's.
Dude, I'm almost low key like wanting it. Is that Briscoe's gonna somehow squeak his way into making this Final Four and wins the fucking championship? Like something happens and he wins. He wins on a late race restart on tires.
And all those Darths out there would be doing this because he wouldn't be a legit champion. And
whoever finishes the highest Final Four is the champion. I've always said that, and people cry. Well, he didn't deserve it. Well, if he didn't deserve it, he wouldn't have been there.
Exactly.
Dude, I keep calling it. I think I don't expect him to, but if he does, I'll be like, that son of a bitch.
That would be. He'd have to pull something out. That'd be. But Martinsville's a flat track, and he's been good at flat tracks, so we could see.
What up, Nick? Yeah, I mean, I think Martinsville could be a bloodbath. I'm very curious on how the show turns out with the product, but I don't know. I think Martinsville's going to be different. Hot take: Blaney has a championship-winning team, just not a championship-winning driver. Fumbles the ball in clutch opportunities. I've noticed that for Blaney the last like 3 or 4 years. Man, he can will it. He can get those finishes, Mr. Consistency, but when it's on the line, he's like.
He kind of reminds me of like a modern day, who used to, like a Jeff Burton. That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah,
like a modern day Jeff Burton. Wins some races, is very competitive. But just can't get there.
Yeah, and I maybe he'll get that monkey nose back. I don't even see him making the Final Four, especially now. I don't know if he's good at Martinsville sometimes. He has his runs. But I don't know. That's going to be a position race, track position. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. But if another scenario, if Blaney makes it with no wins and wins the championship, everybody's going to be crying about how it's the system, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, if you're in the Final Four, you're in the Final Four. Like, it is what it is. I just don't see it. I don't see, especially after Vegas, Blaney just dumping it head on in the wall, losing it. Dude, you're gonna have to put that dog down. He's put him out of his misery.
Yeah, no, she's killing him. It's a girl too.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know if Blaney's got it. But dude, everyone's talking. We'll just jump right into it. The reason you're wearing that shitty shirt, Bubba Wallace. He may have been blacked out drunk. Oh yeah, Denny Toyo's new knows disadvantages. I don't think Toyo's got disadvantages at all.
No,
it appears. But no. Oh, a good Greg Biffle. Yeah, I could see him kind of being like Greg Biffle.
Yeah, that's even better, actually. That's more accurate than Jeff Burton, I think.
Oh, dude. Rattlesnake joins Ty and I for Bible study tonight. Yeah, I think Rattlesnake does need some Bible study in his life. Oh, God. Jonas Burton's. Oh, yep, he's admitting it. Dude, Kyle, well, here's the thing. I was listening to I'm always on Kevin Scanner at the race or at home. I can't watch the race without it. I'm listening to his channel, and the restarts are always crazy, but the restart goes on, and he's like, watch out, the 5's going to dive bomb you into 3. He's like, you're middle of 3, Kevin, middle of 3, 5's dive bombing. He's going to wash up, and then he's like, He's like, go low, Kevin. He's like, they're getting together. You're bottom of 3. He's like, you're bottom of 3. He's like, oh, they're hitting the wall. He's like, they're wrecking behind you, Kevin. Go low, 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 low. Like Timmy Fidua was freaking flipping out. Like, and I'm like listening because it was kind of like 3/4 of a lap ahead since they were in Vegas. And it like on the TV, they're in 1 and 2. And he's like, they're wrecking behind you. Huge wreck. Oh my God. And like, I was like, oh fuck, like what's about to happen?
Fidua is one of the best ones to listen to.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And then watching it, like Kev, like they almost clicked Kevin, but Kyle dive bombs it. This one's on Kyle. He dive bombs it a 3, washing up high out, like he does to so many people all the time. And I'm not a Kyle Larson savior here. I admit Kyle Larson is amazing, but I'm not Team Larson here, nor am I Team Bubba. Is Larson does this shit all year. He pushes, takes people's lines. I know it's like a dirt track, slide job, but he expects people to just like, oh, I guess I'll move for him. I guess I'll lift. I guess, fuck you. Yes, sir, Mr. Larson. And Larson has wrecked people all fucking year. And no one's
I loved it when he wrecked Chase because, just.
Oh, no, that was great. That was
joy
music
in my
to my
life.
ears.
But, yeah.
But, dude, Bubba does not lift. He washes Bubba straight up into the wall. And, honestly, Bubba's got – I think with the way these cars, if they just bump, they break toe links and all this and that, I'm sure that happened. Maybe there was damage inside, but maybe there wasn't. But Bubba – roid rages, snaps, eyes roll back in his head, Jaws theme music comes out, and Bubba just fucking dives low and right rears Kyle Larson. They're going like 170 at least. Right rears Larson straight into the fucking wall. And I was on the couch like, holy shit. Like, I was flipping out when I saw it. I hated it so much for Bell, dude. I hated it for Bell because Bell's been – he's had so much speed, and I'm like, dude, he's a threat here. Like, he's a threat for that Final Four. And seeing him getting taken out not on his own accord, I was so bummed. But then Bubba, Mr. Tough Guy, gets out and decides to stomp his little butt down to Larson. And I'm like, well, what's going to happen here? And you see Larson kind of like, oh, fuck, what does he want?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, like,
and Bubba comes down there, and I'm thinking, like, are they really going to fight? Like, I thought they were kind of friends or knew each other or whatever. And fucking, I don't know what that push hit shove was Bubba did, but he did like a 1 knee shove thing. And Bubba and Larson's like, hey man, take it easy, stop, like go away. And Bubba continues to just bully his way on Larson and push him and push him and push him. And Larson's like, no man, please stop, cut it out, Bubba, cut it out. And Larson didn't want none of it. And people were like, yeah, Bubba, get him. And it was like, dude, literally.
Yeah, I was one of those people.
Literally, I wanted Larson to hit him, but like after the 4th push, I was like, all right, this is gone on long enough. And Bubba kept pushing him. And it was like, what?
I think he got like 5 pushes in before he finally walked away.
Yeah, it was a little much. And then people started freaking out about Bubba pushing the safety member. And it's like, well, safety member put his hand on Bubba first. And I don't know, dude. I thought it was a bad look on Bubba. I thought it made him look like a bully. It made him look like a punk. It looked terrible. Like right rearing him was, to me, that settled it right there. But then going down there and trying to fight him, and Larson if Larson fought back, I thought it would have been pretty great.
Amazing.
But then Larson not fighting back made
too.
Well, it comes full circle. Bubba had that thing locked and loaded in his pocket, and he was trying not to say it. Bubba should realize that he has a fast car. He's going to get Larson. I think that's where career experience plays into effect. Bubba's been doing this. It's a long time, but a couple years in a fast car now, and he's up here racing with these guys up at the front, and they're making moves that maybe he hasn't really been in the shoes yet. But right there, don't lift. It's easy to like say in hindsight. But it's like right there, Bubba's like, no, this is my fucking spot. You're not going to race me like that. But if he does back out, he's got a fast enough car. He probably would have got the lead and won both stages.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of seeing drivers lift. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this was great. This was great hard racing. I loved I didn't really care. I think the right rear was uncalled for. I think maybe if he would have just went and door banged them or gone into one and just dumped them, I think that would have been fine. But with the climate of safety and everything going on right now too, this was just such a black eye for Bubba and the sport, kind of to me.
Yeah,
I would have
so
made
here was my viewing experience because I watched it later that night because I was actually out with the family during the
Yeah.
race.
Oh God, you
Yeah.
came back to a lot.
So I'm watching it, and I already heard
Sorry,
something went on.
Janae.
I'd already heard something went on. So
Oh
then,
God, do you just turn if you're not watching the race? Do you turn your phone off or just
yeah, I
not get on
turned
social media?
notifications off, so I don't.
Yeah.
But I'd already kind of accidentally seen something might have happened, so I'm like, well, I don't know when. So
Yeah.
I see Larson do what I call a double D, a dive bomb dipshit, and
Very well. You heard it here first on Chairgatin. Dive bomb
and
dipshit.
so he washes up. Bubba smacks the wall down. Now these cars are tough, so I'm like, okay, he'll just keep racing because
Yeah.
these cars are tough unless you right rear him, which he did not. He broadsided it, so I think he would have been fine. And then he goes down and yeets Larson into the next universe, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I love Bubba. I think he's great for the sport. I think he's honestly, if I wouldn't say he's a like tier 1 driver, but I think he's a solid tier 2.
I think he can
yeah.
drive. I think Bubba's got it.
Can.
Especially, I think I love Denny and I love what 2311's got going on. I don't like Bubba off the track. And I don't mean walking down the front stretch. I mean when he's got a mic in his face or he has a good run finally, he's either talking mad shit for some reason or he's crying that he didn't win. And shit like that annoys the hell out of me.
I don't know.
Also,
That's what I want because that's what I see in Rowdy. That's how Rowdy is. So.
yeah, it kind of a little bit, but you're not even allowed to like say anything about it because we all know the meaner there. And I'm not even gonna go back to 2020 when Bubba really started pissing me off. But that right there, I loved Bubba. It was 43 days, dude. I was like, fuck yeah, Bubba, let's go. All the Bubba drama back in 2020 and all that, there was a shift. And then Bubba all of a sudden had to like become this role, and I get it. I fucking get it. But at this point, it seems like he hung some of us hardcore fans out to dry. And I was kind of like, dude, I don't deserve this. Why are you acting like this, Bubba? I didn't do anything to you. But it is what it is. It was what it was. But I still like seeing Bubba do good. Like when he wins, when he won Kansas, I was like, fuck yeah, Bubba, cool. Like, go get him. But then he gets out, starts doing this shit and stuff.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, all
that's
right.
what we want. We want drivers to have personality until they give it to us.
I do, but then it's like it's talking shit with nothing in your pocket. Like you're just bluffing at this point. If it was a championship, I'd be like, okay, 8th win or something.
That means Denny can't talk shit either because
you get your second win and fucking Kurt's car, and all of a sudden
that is not Kurt's car.
Kurt's rap, and all of a sudden you're fucking making memes and doing crazy shit. I'm just like, dude. Here's another one. When Bubba got third at Indy a couple years ago, that badass car he had when he the Brickyard, when he came and he had a fucking horse that day and came and finished third, and he was like, somebody can drive, and it's like, no one said you couldn't. What are you talking about?
All right, well, I don't know. A lot of people said he couldn't, but
Facebook. We're not talking about Facebook.
Well, that's who he's talking about, though. Hey, man, you got to feed the haters, man. That's what Rowdy does. That's why.
But Rowdy has real haters. Bubba has people.
Bubba has real skin color haters, is what he
Bubba
gets.
doesn't. Bubba has people that don't even watch NASCAR hating him. You don't, dude. Okay, here's another one. I go to work one day, and guys I know, I ramble at work sometimes about stuff. Once in a blue moon, guys are like, "What happened in the race?" And I'm like, "Let me break it down for you." I go to work Monday, and guys are like, "Man, fuck Bubba Wallace," and I'm like, "You don't even. I know you didn't even watch that race." And they're like, "No, I saw a thing on Facebook, man. Fuck him." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I know." I was like, "I can't agree with it either." But let me tell you what happened.
So anyway, back to he right rears him. Not a fan. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Like if he would have sent him, like you said, maybe going down into one or just door slammed him or something. Okay, maybe we can talk about it. But I love that he got out and went to fight. Larson was just too chicken shit to do it. And I'm just,
what I would have loved, and then I think it's cooler heads prevail. And other people, me sitting here saying I don't like the move is like, imagine me in the driver's seat. You got a fast car, and all of a sudden Larson just comes from the bottom rope up and just plows you into the wall out of fucking nowhere. immediate reaction is seeing red. Like, I'm flipping the fuck out. I'm ready to punch somebody. And Bubba used his front bumper as that. I think cooler heads of prevail is Bubba goes on the race. They repair the car if need be. Maybe gets a good finish out of it. Finish the race. And on pit road, he walks down and whoops the shit out of Larson.
I mean,
think
I'm
that,
down.
that
I think
I'm
that's
all
the way
for
it
that.
should have been handled.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that is like would have been better in the limelight. But also is like, dude, somebody just bopped you in your nose at the bar. Or, I mean, what are you going to follow him home and hit him? No. Like, you're going to hit him right there, right now. Is like, dude, I don't know. I get it. But then with everything going on, I just think the Bubba thing was too much.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like him trying to fight Larson. Like, if I was Larson, I hit him with my helmet. I ain't gonna lie to you. I straight up decked him in the head with
Larson's
my helmet.
holding his helmet. What if he went wham and just smacked the living shit out of Bubba?
Bubba would have deserved it. Now Bubba really might have beat him into the ground if that happened. But
yeah. And then here it is. Like, at first it looked, and then I hated too. People were like, the fight. It was like, it wasn't a fight. It was more Bubba like picking on Larson. But it's like also a Larson being who he is and his past and the things he's come through is Larson can't sit here and fight the black driver.
I disagree.
Can you imagine the media lines? You remember Larson? Look what he's doing now. Like, dude, I can't imagine the headlines if Larson fights back.
I don't know. I don't think there would have been that big of headlines. Not at least in NASCAR. Now maybe CNN. But
oh god, yeah. Well, that's Bubba's favorite place to go, and that's where I started losing interest in Bubba. But
well, I think he's kind of gotten away from that.
Where did you think before Tuesday? What did you think NASCAR was going to do for a fine?
I said 1 to 2 races.
1 or 2 races. So that's what I was saying. I was saying at a minimum, I think he should be suspended. I didn't really care about. I thought they'd suspend him and money maybe, but I don't think money really matters to these guys.
Not this late in the season.
Yeah, but especially points. Like, what is that going to do? That's just going to hurt the team. Like, this is all on Bubba's shoulders here.
Yeah.
And I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, the only person being punished for their actions should be Bubba, not the team.
Yeah, I thought Bubba getting fined or getting suspended for the week. I mean, it sucks for his fans. Like, I hate that, but it's also like live by the sword, die by the sword. What did you think? And I'm glad NASCAR did something because a lot of people have been heated, especially Bubba fans, of, fucking the football the last 10 weeks, especially with fines and everything this year.
But like, if you look okay, I guess we're going to dive back a little bit. If you look back at all the fines and suspensions, we're going to leave the crew chief nonsense out of it. We'll get to that maybe at the end of the season. But I think they've made the right call on everything they've done. Especially, I think the Byron shit should have stood. Maybe not 25 points, but at least 15.
I think where I got pissed off was the appeal is where they took it back. And, we'll just do more money.
But that's not on NASCAR. That's an individual board. Like, you can't.
Yeah. I just think, like, that shouldn't even be allowed. Like, no, we said what we said. That's what it is.
Well, the problem is when we used to do that, people would cry, bitch, and moan that this ain't fair.
Yeah, and that's what the problem is. We listen, fans. You want it, you got it. I think there's too much of we
listen to fans too damn much. I agree.
Yeah, they listen to us and then they don't
Hendrick
listen.
fans
No,
specifically.
that's not what I said. And I don't what. And then I don't like that got appealed and then they brought it back because technically right now Byron shouldn't even be in the playoffs anymore.
No, but I'm kind of glad it happened because Larson's out, so it works for me.
I'm not a Larson hater. I'm just like good for Larson. Cool.
I'm a Larson fan hater. I don't really hate Larson.
That's what like Dalton Good's the worst. He'll be like, I don't like that guy because one of his fans flipped me off once. It's like
as much as I like Dalton for being a fellow Rowdy fan, that dude says some dark ass shit.
Oh, like, Dalton's fucking crazy, dude.
He literally said he hopes the sport dies whenever they reverse the penalty. I was like, dude.
Yeah. The Dalton is smoking crack. And we all know that.
Facts.
So much now he's actually. I don't even know if we could post that on the show, but we did. First team in NASCAR to have 2 interim drivers. Yeah, so John Hunter's going to get in the 45 for Homestead. I used to like John Hunter. He's really fallen.
Yeah, he's kind of.
He's
Yeah.
pretty much a huge bitch these days, and I guess he's in a good little layup with the Toyota program. But just really lost all hope and interest in John Hunter. But good run for him to be in that fast car at Homestead. I think we see big things or see him
Well,
try
because
to
he
do
did
big
he
things.
did the test for them too
Yeah.
at Homestead.
And then little old Ty just getting seat time, which is I like Ty, but it's like I feel like he should be given 110% in the Xfinity car, and maybe this Sundays is kind of distracting. But you gotta also look at like this is just practice for him for next year.
Yeah.
Free practice is what I see.
Yeah, I think basically him going into the 23 car is basically just donated the championship to Noah Gregson. So
Yeah, I see. That's what it seems like, because it seems like ever since this happened, Ty has not been the same. I mean, he was fast at Vegas, but it's like he was like almost untouchable. Him and Noah, and now it seems like Noah's in a class of his own.
yeah, agreed. Which I love Noah, so I'm a huge Noah fan, so I'm happy for that. I think he ought to be going in the 48 full time, but anyway.
Yeah, I think that would be a smart move. I'd much rather see him do that than go to the 42 car. I guess the 42 and the 77 will be having a good little battle next year.
No, I don't think so. Because I think we've just seen Ty Dillon just ain't that dude.
I don't get
I don't get the Ty Dillon love. I don't know.
He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy, but I'm saying as a race car driver,
he reminds me of Trevor Bayne.
I don't have a logical debate against that.
Yeah,
him and David Gill and Trevor Bayne.
Just like man, he's cool. Give him a full-time truck ride and let's call it a day. Like
I would take him over Matty D, who they had to give a caution for like 200-300 feet.
That's psycho.
That dude's a nutcase.
How many times backstage we were like, what the? Yeah. Speaking of, we're going on a Dalton tangent now. Talking about a Dalton tangent now. Back to this is every time I watch Left Turn Colt, I was telling Cody Powers that Dalton will always just talk about random ass shit with no proof or evidence or any logic behind it. And he'll be like, that's why NASCAR does it because of this. And it's like, dude, that's not even relevant or what happens. We're just all over the place tonight. I knew we were going to wing it, but yeah, I think I like Noah, but his fan base scares the shit out of me. But like they keep me away. But dude, I just wish he wasn't going to that 42 car. I could be a Noah fan with Kevin rolling out the red carpet on his way out. I could be a Noah fan, but I'm not gonna be a Noah fan in the 42 car. I'm just not.
I'm gonna root for him from a distance, basically. Is what's
Hey, Noah. Like, here's.
He's just too cool not to love, though. You know. Like he kind of reminds me of Tim Richmond, honestly.
Yeah, I like the swagger. I feel like some of it's fake. I feel like some of it's like seeking attention, but also is I think Noah's a closet psycho too. Yeah. Like in person. But I also like his driving style. I like a guy that's gonna go out there and slam at the wall and still try to pass a guy and shotgun a beer afterwards, and bang horse. I mean that's our guy. Yeah. I love him, but he's. Are we talking about Dalton or no? Still, I don't know. The comments are popping off about Dalton. Hot topic tonight. Kyle Busch fans is trending on Twitter. But dude, we're gonna do just a little good and bad of the race. So typically we do this is like name one of your favorite things of the weekend and name one of your bad things of the weekend. So I'll start out with my good, and my good will be that we started the round of 3 and we're that much closer to the finale championship race, and we finally had a good race.
All right, so my good is the race for the win down there coming at the end.
Dude, yeah, we didn't mention that. Oof.
I thought Chastain was going to race him harder. I was kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of growing up there with Ross. I literally was like, this is going to be really good here because Joey on 4 tires, Ross on old tires defending the lead. Yeah, and I was like, dude, what if they wreck each other in like third? Who's in third? Kyle? Like, I was like, who's going to win this? But then Ross was blocking, but he could have blocked harder.
Yeah.
And I think he was thinking big picture, like
because he was good on points. Last. So yeah.
And I was really surprised because Ross tried, but then tire, and we've been bitching all year over here about the tire fall off. There's been no tire fall off.
Yeah, but there was.
But however, you get 30 lap fresher tires, there's going to be some difference. And Joey restarted like 9th or 10th, and then there was a caution, and then he restarted like 8th. And he fucking wheeled it up there and and I was like, dude, Joey just cashed to Phoenix. I was like, he's going to be a big heater. Yeah, yeah, I thought that battle was great. I thought, they raced. Ross tried, but tires prevailed, and Joey set sail, man. It was big power move. Yeah, I loved that battle at the end, and I was happy Joey made it.
I used to be a huge Joey hater. I thought what he said about Bubba was kind of stupid this week, but the more mature in my fandom, as we say, I get, the more I appreciate Joey on the track and off the track. Actually, he's really good in the
I
environment.
didn't like Joey when he was with Gibbs. When he was with Gibbs, I was like, yeah, he's a little bastard. And then Kevin dumped him, and it was awesome. And then when he went to the 22 and kind of got a Homa for himself, I was like, you know what, that guy, he's growing on me. And then he kind of started having the I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna win or not attitude, and I really started liking him. Pretty much like when he booted Martin Truex to go to the championship, I was like sold on. I was like, all right, Joey gets it.
And then when Truex said he ain't winning the damn war, and then
Joey blew his fucking doors off.
Yeah, heading into one. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I loved it, and that was when I was like, all right, Joey, I get it. I didn't really get the Joey was like when he flipped it. I mean, I don't know. He flipped at Dega and then started crying about how unsafe Speedway was racing, and I was like, dude, you're like one of the greats at super speedway racing. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he said he doesn't like it. I listened to him.
I don't like it, but I just really, really good at it. So I didn't get that. But rolling into my bad of the weekend, my bad was gonna be Bubba just being Bubba, and Bubba right rearing a guy head on into the wall in these cars at 170 miles an hour. And people were like, "Oh, look at Christopher Bell's there. Larson would have died." And I'm like, okay, it could have been bad. It could have been worse. I'm surprised nobody plowed into him. There was only 3 cars involved. There could have been 10. But I mean, my bad's just Bubba.
So my bad, I don't like to go for the low hanging fruit. So my bad's actually going to be, excuse me, my bad's going to be Blaney just wrecking himself. Absolutely, just.
Dude, he got loose, slapped it, and then you could tell he was like, whoa, and then he was like, oh, shit, and just headbutted the wall and then hit the inside wall. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
And it wouldn't have been as bad, but we saw Byron have a big-ass moment earlier, and he saved it, actually, ironically, in front of Blaney. But
when it's almost like he hit that little bubble in 1 and 2, and he shot up. That could have been a huge moment, too, a big –
because that would have been 10, 12, 15 cars easily.
Yeah, a lot of playoff contenders, too. That was a big moment. I low-key, Vegas is
needs to be the championship race.
I would be fine with that. I think, and I was never sold on Phoenix, and I thought maybe let's do a 1-year deal. But then they're like, signed up for 3 more championship races. I was like, okay, what are we doing? And what sucks, or what?
I think next year should be the last one, and I think they're going to try to move.
I think that's got to be the writing on the wall. Where do we go from here? From there, Vegas. I think Vegas is.
It either needs to go back to Homestead or it needs to be in Vegas.
That's my only thing is we're going to Homestead, and we're all like, look at all these championship throwback highlights, and then we're like, man, this should be the championship race. Why isn't this the championship race? Why did we ever leave this? But it's like, I think it was always the wonder, what if the championship was somewhere else? What if we went somewhere else? But I wish it was still Homestead, but I just don't see them bringing it backwards. They're not gonna. I don't see them going. Yeah. I see them going to maybe 2 or 3 more tracks for the next 10 years, and then be like returning Homestead. Back to our roots or something, Yeah, we're bringing it back.
I would love to see the championship race at Darlington, but I just don't think there's a way unless you start in the playoffs in Darlington. That's the only way
I think it'd be good, but I also don't see them doing that. I think Labor Day weekend it's there to stay for a long, long time.
As it should never leave ever again.
Yeah, I think Homestead back putting it right here is if it can't be a championship race right here in the 3rd round is great. I think I think it would, either that or the 1st round. I think that would have been great too.
2 hot.
Yeah.
And 2 hurricane.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And then here I think it's weird too. We're going to Martinsville next week, and we're not like, ooh, Martinsville's going to be a bloodbath. It's more like, God, I hope that race.
We're like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope that race is okay.
Because especially since how good the race was last year at Martinsville for the cutoff. Fuck Alex Bobin. But anyway, we'll see. I'm always positive, so I'm excited about it because it's the cutoff race. But
yeah. That's the one thing I'm hoping saves it is I'm very worried about the car product on track. I'm just hoping there's some despair out there and guys getting desperate of like, if I don't move this guy, I'm not going to make it. Like, hey, you need these points, or hey, we got to do something crazy here. We're going to stay out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious what happens. Yeah, Ross was horrible there in April. Like a lot of guys weren't, never showed up. Byron gets the win. Joey was second. I was thinking maybe they'd be a threat, but it's like also I feel like, guys that were fast in spring may not even be fast here now.
Yeah, because the weather's going to be totally different. So.
Yeah, I'm very curious how that race goes, and I don't even know what to think about Phoenix. Like, I hope it's a good race, but then I'm also like, I don't know. I could totally see this championship race coming down to just beating the other 4 guys, not winning the race.
I think this might be
Kinda
the first
old
year
school.
that happens. It's
Kind of old
I
school,
think so.
as he used to be. Yeah, he's got to fit. He's in 3rd, and the next guy's in 7th. Like, I'm okay with that if that's what happens. I just don't think it's going to turn into all 4 of them are in the top 4.
No, I don't think so either.
Which always was super fishy to me. I mean, even like 2011, like, how are these guys the guys that are they're both in the top 5? Seriously? Like, it would always, I'm like, who are they even looking at these cars in inspection?
Yeah,
I feel like the
that's true.
Final 4 comes and they're like, go, you good.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good. Hey,
Bro.
yeah, but whoever isn't in, they're like, hey, let's run it back through again. Oh, man. But, dude, Vegas, I think, was so far to me my favorite race of the playoffs, even from the ones I was at. This was my most favorite to watch, being at home. And we always do our race rating of the week. And do I got my spring Vegas? Oh, wow. Well, this is going to be tough. So we're pretty stingy over here. Rattlesnake, I think Rattlesnake's more lenient than I am. I'm pretty stingy. My first race, Vegas, in the year, I gave it 8.5. And I don't even think I was going to give this one an 8.5. I think I got more stingy the later the year went on. But, shit, I think this was better than the spring race, though. Spring race was where Truex and Kyle were fucking checked out, and then that caution ruined it.
Yeah.
And Bowman squeaked in and backed into one.
Yeah, another one. 5 of 7 wins, or don't at me.
Ah, man, Bowman. That's the motherfucker I'm waiting to come out of the closet.
I think, without doubt, I think he's the worst driver that's ever raced in NASCAR that has more than 3 wins, and I don't think it's close.
Do what?
I think he's the worst driver that's ever raced in NASCAR that has more than 3 wins, and I don't think it's close.
Really?
No, you can at me. I think he's an absolute bum. I'm sorry.
I think it's just more the lack of personality. And
well, dude, he literally
there's no
wins a freaking
pizzazz.
He sacrifices his fucking soul to the devil to win a race, and then he runs 18th for like 18 weeks.
Well, and that's
then,
the thing.
Wins another one.
He's either winning or he's in 21st. Like, there's no in between. Like, Bowman doesn't just go and finish 4th. Like,
but other than Chicago, actually, ironically, his first 2 wins, other than Chicagoland, where he stole one back from Larson, which was legit, and California, the other 5 wins have been gifts or extremely questionable.
Yeah, but and it's more of like the Ally. Like, I don't like that car. I think it's ugly.
It was so cool, and it was
the
black.
one he ran at Vegas was sick. Yeah, I liked it better with Jimmy. I think Alex is a little, fruité, and
that whole fake sad personality deal.
Yeah,
I'm a victim.
Sad.
Woe
And
is
then
me. I'm gonna
when
make
he gets
a new
out of the car
t-shirt.
and he's like, "Yay, guys!" I'm like, "Dude, this is not it. This is not my guy." Yeah, Bowman doesn't do it for him. But my race rating, I gave the spring race a 8.5. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, this is the best of the playoffs. I'm gonna give it a 8.6.
Okay. I'm gonna go 8.8.
Damn. Okay. All right. Getting up there.
Kind of in a nod to next year.
Wow, dude. Okay, hot topic. We're all over the place. Do you think 3 Cheese stays with RCR?
Probably not.
I think they're really tied to Reddick, too.
I think so too.
And then like Denny, the whole they put a do-rag on him. He starts dancing. I think that vibe over at 2311 is probably more appropriate for 3 Cheese.
Yeah,
if that even makes sense.
Agreed.
Like, hey, wait. So we can stay with you, Mr. Childers, or we can go with Michael Jordan? Yeah, we're gonna go with Michael Jordan over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's more to it than that, but that's kind of what it seems like.
Agreed.
But
But
I think that I don't know if anything else talks about Vegas. I can't wait till we go back next year. I love this track. I really like. I think it's starting to age really well, and it's coming its own. When they first repaved it, it kind of took a couple years to like kind of shape up,
yeah,
but
kind of
now
like California, honestly.
yeah, it's really becoming its own. The track's aging. The last couple races there have been bangers. Kind of, I mean, it's hard to say because this last Kansas race was kind of just but the spring Kansas race was fucking nuts when Kurt won. So
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me of West Coast Kansas. If it's, I mean, it's not even really West Coast, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, desert Kansas. Honestly,
That's a
that
good way to
track
put it.
shape has produced some bangers. Like, honestly, Chicagoland was pretty good too.
Dude, RIP to Chicago. I loved fucking Chicago. I thought there the last couple years, especially the Larson Kyle Busch fucking race, that whole race was good. Kevin passing Kurt to the, the damn stage win. That like all that, and then what? Remember, what was it like 2015? Kevin and Jimmy duking it out, slamming each other and like into the wall and wreck, and then Kevin blows the tire and Brad wins the opener of play. Like I thought that was a great opener of the playoffs of Chicago. I miss that track a lot. Why we are not going there? I know there's more to it, but it's like, why did we take that one off? Yeah, you know, it'd be a better idea. Let's go to the city of Chicago and race there.
I'm actually okay. So I'm excited about. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be legit. Like,
We'll have to bring you back on next year when that comes because I don't even think I'm going to watch it.
such a dark.
Why are you excited?
It's a new track. Why not? And I'm probably going to be there. So
You're gonna go, dear God.
yeah, I got friends that live close to Chicago. So
I do too, and they're like, dude, come up. I'm like, nope, not fucking coming.
But think about like I love being at historical things. Like I was at the first dirt race. I was at the Daytona road course, all that kind of stuff. I like being at historical things. I honestly think it's going to be a decent race. Like,
you know what, Rattlesnake, you ain't too half bad, man. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with comments. I'm listening to you about Chicago street course. I had this theory while you were talking about new tracks and new things. Bad as Kurt retired. Yeah, we did. We need to shout out Kurt for real.
Yeah,
while we're talking about new things, who do you think wins the Chicago street race?
if I had to say right now,
Rowdy Busch. No, fucking Joey Logano.
No. Because he wins everything the first. Yeah.
He wins every first, and you know why he wins the championship this year? Because it was the first fucking season with the next gen car, and Joey wins the championship.
The only thing he didn't win first was the Daytona road course, and that
don't count. That's not even real.
That was old lazy eye chicken shit. But anyway,
I think
that dude needs to get that fixed. By the way, you're a millionaire. Get your lazy eye fixed.
Oh my God, the hot takes are dropping on the second course. I think Joey wins the championship because it's the first season with the new car, and Joey wins the Chicago street course next year.
He won the Clash.
He won the Clash, first Clash. He won the first Bristol Dirt Race.
He won the fucking
Bristol Dirt Race.
He won Gateway.
He won Gateway the first time we went back there or Cup race there. I think Joey's gonna win the championship because it's the first season with the new car. And I mean, I'd bet hard on him to win Chicago Street Course next year. Something didn't message in the madness or whatever they call it. Method in the madness, but dude, up, stop it. Yeah, I think Joey wins the championship. I mean, my vote was still Denny from the get-go, but I think Denny will make the Final Four. Denny's just always there.
That's who I picked to win at first, but then he did all that bitching and crying in the social media.
He seems
and stuff,
distracted. He seems distracted. I think Joey's got it.
So I know this is going to be, we're kind of like dialing back here, but I think that NASCAR needs to hammer them clowns, even Kevin Harvick, that are.
I think they already hammered Kevin.
I don't think so, but
motherfucking Rodney's been in the Bahamas for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
dude.
Facts. But I think so. You can't have a restaurant and have your employees outside saying the food sucks. You cannot have that.
That is such a good metaphor. Listen, dude.
Thank you, Larry McReynolds, for that reference. I will not take credit.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good.
But I think I'm sorry, you just gotta shut the fuck up at some point. Like, I just
Yeah.
don't care anymore. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe in the offseason be like, hey, we need to try some different things, but you can't just be slandering in the middle of the playoffs.
And then now we
the
have
company
Corey
you work for.
LaJoy and a couple other drivers saying, hey, they said something back to us. Y'all didn't respond. So
Yeah,
now,
yeah. The whole little driver's safety meeting they had,
mhm.
Talking about, or, Corey was saying on his podcast that, he was pissed because everybody kept rambling and mumbling when let him fucking talk. Oh man, I don't so much that's another that just it's like this playoffs has been drama filled, but not by the racing on the track.
Yeah,
It's been filled with drama
Bubba
off the track.
himself and cleansed his sins.
It had to be
and
somebody.
saved us.
It had to be somebody, and Bubba sacrificed his soul to spice up this playoffs. I think we see a banger Homestead. Las Vegas has me excited for Homestead. I'm forgetting Texas.
There, and I cannot fucking wait.
Yo, you're going to Homestead, you little bastard. That's gonna be awesome, dude. Never been. I literally, when the championship race was at Homestead, I was like, I'm gonna go to this fucking race. Like, I was like, back in the day, 2019, I was like, next year, I'm gonna go to Homestead. I was like, because I was like, that's a doable flight for me, to Miami from Atlanta. I was like, I could wing that or shit. Yeah. And then
drive.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to go. Like, I should go to the championship race. I've never been. I've been watching sport this year. I've never been to a championship race. And then they fucking moved it. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, Phoenix, what the shit?
So I went in 2019, right? So,
okay.
Which was awesome. But I didn't think Rowdy was going to win because he hadn't been doing that well.
Oh, that was the second. So you were there when he won.
So my seat
that's awesome, dude.
Section 118, row 1, seat 1, and it's the first seat past. I'm gonna get cold chills here. It's the first seat past the start finish line, right? Like literally. So he, like, you can see me if you go back and watch the videos, you'll see a dude in yellow absolutely going apeshit, belligerent. That was me. So I was the first person to see him as a new champion because I was sitting right there. And dude, when I tell you, I threw up from celebrating, dude. Like I went.
They're like, dude, this guy's fucked.
Like, dude, I would absolutely freaking wild. I have to put the video up. Maybe you can share it on Chairgatin.
Yeah.
Of me, like people were videoing like them coming across the finish line, and then somebody like panned to me, and I'm over there acting an absolute belligerent ass.
Oh, I can't imagine. I would too. I have this pipe dream. I've been saying it since before the season started. The Kevin's farewell tours next year.
Yeah,
and I have this pipe dream. I know. I think I've told you 100 times this year when I've seen you too. Is that I want to go to Phoenix next year for his last race. I want to go to Kevin's.
I think Vince is going to go too.
Yeah, me and Vince are talking. He's like, yeah, well, let's fucking go. And I'm like, Vince, I can only 50% trust you, because Vince will we'll either hang out all weekend or I won't even fucking see y'all. So I'm like, yeah, Vince, we will. I was like, no, but what I mean is like, I'm dead set on I think like maybe in like January or as soon as I got like my shit together, I was like, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket.
Yeah.
I got what helps is I got a buddy that lives in Arizona.
Yeah, I do too. I got a buddy that lives out in what's the city right outside of? So it's,
dude, I couldn't fucking tell you.
Scottsdale, I think is where.
Yeah, my buddy, I got a buddy that lives out there, and he said he's never been to Dega, and he said he wants to fly out and come to Dega with me. And I come out and come to Phoenix with him. And I said, dude, I fucking got you. Let's fucking go.
Speaking of Dega, I've never gone to the fucking Boulevard ever again. But anyways.
Dude, I tried to lead y'all to water and y'all did y'all's own thing.
Dude, it wasn't me, okay? It was my buddy that was there. Apparently.
Your buddy was fucking wild.
The black guy? Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, but yeah.
It's cool. He'll be at Homestead too. But anyway,
okay.
Yeah, he's off sucking titties and doing like random crazy shit.
Yeah, he came back like, you won't believe what I just did. And I'm like, damn, okay.
And then Rattlesnake over here giving me Modelo's, and I'm like, it's Modelo time, boo.
Dude, that's my favorite fucking weekend of the year is Dega. Like Dega's only 2 hours for me, so it's a no brainer. But it's like I'll go to Dega before I go to Atlanta. I do not miss Degas. Those are my
New Atlanta. New Atlanta is I think it was to me. New Atlanta this year was better than Dega. The racing.
I like New Atlanta. A lot of people don't like. I loved it. Old Atlanta.
Vince.
I like New Atlanta, but I live 15 minutes from Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm just saying, like, it's a given. Yeah. I think Dega's a given for me too. It's like I'm always gonna go to Dega.
That's how I am about Daytona because I'm 90 minutes from there.
Yeah.
Not even.
Daytona.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to the 500, but I think this might.
yeah, we'll
I
be
might be my last 500 for a while.
It's going to be my last 500 for a while because I'm moving back home to Tennessee. So
Yeah, you bastard. Where in Tennessee you moving?
Knoxville. Well, 30 minutes east of Knoxville.
Oh, you won't be
I don't
far
know if
from
you
me
know.
then.
I don't know if you know where Dandridge is, but
I've always said Dandridge. I don't know why.
yeah, that's where
Yeah,
I'm
that's
from.
not. That's just across the state line.
About 3 hours. Yeah, about 3 hours. It's like 3.5, 4 hours to get to Atlanta Motor Speedway. About 5 hours to get to Talladega.
Oh, dude, you're gonna. I mean, you're gonna be farther from Daytona, but you're gonna be sitting pretty good for going all these tracks you go to.
Oh yeah, because Bristol's an hour and 10 minutes. Martinsville's 4 hours. Richmond's
fuck
5
yeah.
hours. Darlington's 4 hours. Charlotte's 3 hours.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
So
kind of
I'll
like
do-
me. I'm like, I'm in a good spot, but then like I have friends that are even better spots.
Because right now I'll go to any race that's within 6 hours usually. So Dega's like right at the edge of that. But I have friends that live in Dega, so I have free place to stay. So
Yeah, that's why you're never fucking hanging out with us. Well, that's like I was supposed to go to Martinsville, but I don't think I'm gonna get to. Is like it's a 9-hour ride from us to Martinsville, and I gotta work Monday, and like the race is gonna end at like 7. You know.
oh
I'm
hell
like,
no.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, I'd have to take Monday off.
Yeah, but dude, and that's Halloween, dude. Fucking Homestead. I'm so excited for Homestead. I think it's good. I'm not looking forward to Martinsville. I'm not looking forward to Phoenix, but I'm looking forward to Homestead. I think we're in the what time's the race start? I haven't even looked.
3:00.
It's 3 o'clock race, so maybe it'll end with a sunset. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably
it
end with
should.
those pretty gorgeous South Florida sunsets, man. But I'll take you straight into if you had an underdog pick, we'll say did not make the playoffs this year, and your race winner pick can be anybody. If like an underdog pick for me is probably gonna be Christopher Buescher.
I don't know if I see that one.
He won a stage there last year.
He did. He did win a stage.
Yeah.
That was also fucking 10 years ago, it feels like. But anyway.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was literally still married then.
Oh, Lord. No comment.
Let's see. Underdog pick. That didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. It can be anybody. My second guess was Ricky Stenhouse.
I would have picked Bubba, but,
Oh, wow. Yeah, Bubba would have been a good pick.
I'm actually going to go with John Hunter.
That's a solid pick, I think. I could tell.
'Cause
I
he
could
did the
totally
test
see
too,
him.
so-
I could tell see him being up at like 9th or 10th. Like, I don't think that sounds outlandish.
Mm-mm.
All right, and that'll take me straight in my race winning pick. What always bothers me here, just rambling, is everybody's like, dude, Larson, Homestead. Motherfuckers never won there. Never fucking won there. I know it fits in his wheelhouse and he's really good here, but like Larson's never fucking won there. Oh, 6-hour ride. I'm mistaken. Truex. Dude. The thing is, you think about is like guys that have fucking won here is like Joe Logano, Truex, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin. Denny's got quite a few wins here. Is
2011,
like
13.
Kyle Busch is like, dude, there's a lot of guys that have won here. You never really think about it because you usually think about the championship. Now as normal race, you're like, William Byron last year, it's like, dude, I don't really know who to pick. People love to say I'm very curious to see what Red Dog does. I think.
Yeah, agreed.
I think Reddick Reddick will be fast and he'll slap the wall and break something and get a flat tire. But my winner pick is going to be Denny Hamlin. I think
it's a solid
pick. I think he's going to have speed. Toyota's going to have speed, but can they finish it out? Those Fords have seemed to found something. I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to go a little bit different direction. So what gives him the advantage is he's looking two places at once, okay? So they have to set his car up a specific way so when he crosses the finish line, he's looking two different ways. I'm going Ross Kumstain to win.
Oh, wow. So here's the thing. I'm very curious on because Trackhouse has had such good speed, it seems, at mile and a half, and they've been fast everywhere, especially Vegas. Ross looks so good, but then in the test the other week, Trackhouse was dog shit.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to are they going to be fast or are they not? Are they going to be dog shit? Were they trying something crazy or what's going on? I don't know whether to
So,
pick
so
Ross
I
or
gotta
not.
say about Ross, I used to hate Ross, especially for what that
I like
F1
Ross.
that F1 bullshit he pulled at Atlanta last year. Like,
Oh.
so I literally looked for a Ross Chastain fan to fight on the way out of the
Oh
stadium.
my
Could
God.
not find one. Dude, I was so mad. Dude, that like
You were
talking
with
about
me
seeing
and
red.
Vince at Bristol in 2020, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh,
Was that last
2021?
year?
Yeah, that
2021.
was last year. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
try being us, man.
Well, I was more mad than Vince.
I remember me and
That's
Vince being like, "Fuck you."
Because you can hear in the video. I don't know if it got to the TV broadcast, but the video I have, you can hear me yelling, "Take your fucking helmet off and beat his ass with it." But anyway. But yeah, so I hated Ross for a long time for that. And
What? Well,
but
because Kyle.
yeah, because it cost Kyle a win, and I was there, and he'd already won the day before.
I was
and
okay with it because it was teamwork.
No, that's not teamwork. That's F1. We don't do that shit. I hate that shit. I fucking hate it.
I was fine
I
with that
hate it.
because it was just taking his line away. What I didn't like was blocking somebody and holding the brakes and blocking. Like it's more just like Kyle could have gone low.
He did, but I mean, those cars were a lot more aero sensitive than they are this year. So you know,
well, safety aside, thank God we're not racing those. Jesus.
I know I actually liked the 550 package. I didn't love it, but
There
I liked
were it had a couple moments. I did
thought it
like
was
that
better.
Super Speedway package. I thought that
goated.
shit was badass.
Goated.
Those
But
runs
honestly,
were insane.
But honestly, I think I would have taken 19, 20, and 21 1.5 package over 17 and 18. You couldn't get side by side, or you'd wreck in 17 and 18.
You know, a lot of people hated 2018, and I loved it. I didn't care that they had a 13-second lead. They were fast as fuck. You know what happened? Guys that had a better car ran them down. Like, yeah, it was strung out, but guys that had tires, strategy, cars fall off.
I will say in 18, yeah, that was when Joey blew, Truex's doors off at Homestead.
Yeah.
I will say,
I thought that it was a great season. People were bored because there was big gaps. It's like, yeah, this is a race.
I thought 18 was a good season. I thought 19 was a good season. 20, I don't really count because of COVID kind of ruined everything.
Yeah, it really did.
I was just thankful it was there, to be honest with you.
I'm just glad.
And honestly, I thought last year was an absolute fucking banger of a season. Like, I don't really know what people were bitching about. But then I think this year's been even better. Minus the off-track drama bullshit. But honestly,
I think this regular
racing
season
this year has been goated.
I think the regular season was phenomenal. And I think the car had a couple bad eggs in there. Martinsville, Texas. Texas is Texas. There was a couple snoozers, but the new car, making all these promises was phenomenal. The racing was phenomenal. Mile and a half's made a resurgence, shot an arm for mile and a half. I think it kind of hit us in the short tracks a little bit. I thought Super Speedways, Talladega was pretty tame, but the other Super Speedways were fucking nuts.
I thought Talladega was fantastic, though.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. They were side by side the whole race.
But honestly, the Daytona night race, well, it wasn't. It ended up not being a night race.
The rain, ever since the rain wreck, the season has not been the same, in my eyes.
But honestly, the racing at Daytona was in this, I guess not the spring, in the cutoff race was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought the racing was good, and
Especially being there.
I think it just got a couple black eyes on the season. The playoffs have been really fucking weird, but all hope is not gone. We can still survive this thing as long as Chase Elliott doesn't win. However, if Chase Elliott wins it, that'll probably save it for the mainstay of.
You'll see me jump off the top of that onto my neck.
You know what's gonna be funny is because Chase was irrelevant in Vegas. I don't know where the hell he was, and he goes to Homestead and has a bad race, and all of a sudden he's sitting like 3 out going into Martinsville.
Oh,
I will laugh my fucking ass off.
I dream of it.
Dude, I'll laugh my ass off. And all of a sudden he wins Martinsville. But
yeah,
it's like, I just think it would be funny to watch him lose that point lead and not make it.
And then you got people like Vince bitching about 2020. As much as I hate Chase Elliott, he earned that shit. Like,
you're dude, spot on. He fucking started dead last. They fucking fined him in the inspection, went from the back to the front and won the shit out of it. What bothers me, and I give Vince shit all the time, what bothers me is that whiny Kevin fans that say 2020 was bullshit. It's like, if it was bullshit, we would have fucking
49 point lead.
Yeah, I can't be mad at nobody but themselves. I will give it that we were leading in Texas when it was raining, but is like, yeah, after Texas, we were still fucking leading the points. Like, or not, I mean, I can't, we took a huge blow. But people that whine about 2020, I'm like, if Kevin was supposed to be a champion, he would have made the Final Four. And where did he finish? 8th that race? So it didn't fucking matter anyway.
Yeah.
So that was my thing is if Kevin went and won Phoenix after not making it, I'd been a little more salty. But it's like, dude, he didn't make it. It's his own fucking fault. What was really sour was him trying to wreck Kyle Busch on the last lap. That was embarrassing.
That was.
No, I'll tell you, I was embarrassed. I was like, just why, dude? Why? You could have read you because he raced Kyle hard there like last 10 laps. It's funny, I can remember all these, but I can't remember like what I ate for lunch. He sat there and raced Kyle hard for like those last 20 laps, like dogging him. And then the last lap, he tries to spin him for out of trying to get by. He's like, well, you could have just spun him 10 laps ago.
The best part to me was Rowdy saving it and
Kevin wrecking. Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing, dude. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, who cares? It is like Kevin had 9 wins on the season. I was stoked.
Yeah.
But dude, I appreciate you coming on here. We finally got you on here, man. I know we're all over the place. Just kind of when Rousnick's not here to keep me in between the lines, I kind of just ramble. But where can we see you? You going to any more races? Where can we follow you at? Twitter, Instagram? What you got?
Yeah, so I don't really have Instagram, but I have Twitter. I'm at RowdyV_. I changed it to 8 now because we go into the 8 car next year.
I didn't even get it. I didn't even get that. I was like V8. I was like, maybe he just likes cars or something.
Well, I mean, I do drive a V8 Challenger, so
hey,
and it's a manual for all you automatic pussies out there. But anyways,
the hate.
But yeah, you can find me at RowdyV_8, and then on Facebook, my name. So.
And you're gonna be at Homestead?
I will be at Homestead.
What Kyle gear were you rocking?
I'm actually wearing this to Homestead because I'm trying to incite.
I hope Kyle wins.
Oh, if he wins, I'll be riding.
Keep a Kyle shirt in your bag or something just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, take a Kyle shirt. So if Kyle's leaving a 5 to go, be like.
That's actually so funny. I know we're rambling. Funny enough, you mentioned that. So I'll be huge Tennessee Volunteer fans. Beat Bama anyway. But my girlfriend is a gigantic LSU Tiger fan, so we went to the LSU Florida game this past weekend in Florida. I wore an LSU jersey for her, but I had my Tennessee shirt on under. So when they showed us kicking the game-winning field goal, I ripped that jersey off and had my Tennessee shirt.
That's hilarious.
Brandishing it. Yeah, it was awesome because we already beat Florida too. For all you losers down there in the swamp.
Yeah, Georgia plays Florida next week. That ought to be a fun practice game.
Yeah. For us, you better get ready.
Oh, you're a Florida fan now? Oh, yeah.
No.
For Vols. I caught it last minute. It went over my head. But, dude, yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I'm sorry Rattlesnake wasn't here because he's usually got some hot gossip too. But I won't be at – I don't know if I'll see you again this year, but I'll definitely be at the 500, so I'll get to see you there. We need to get together and, like, go to Hooters one night or something.
Hell yeah. Because I'm going to the duels. I'm going to the truck race, the
we're going to do it, baby.
We're going to do it all.
Yeah, but it was good catching up to you. I'll holler at you after the outro, so don't just leave. Some people just always do that. But
okay.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming on, y'all. And this is and before we get off, go check out Stock Car Society on Instagram and get some badass swag and look as cool as we do with our YeatsOfficial.com shades. I almost forgot it, Matt. Don't hate me. All right, y'all. Peace.
Race hail. Praise Dale.
Hey. Bye, Luna.